This is a pile of Canadian pennies that I got from coin roll hunting. So I've found about any type of Canadian cent from 1953 to 2012 in coin roll hunting, and while the ones I got usually aren't worth much, even the laureate bust of Queen Elizabeth, which I personally call the flowing hair, they're quite fun to collect for somebody here in the US. And even in Canada, they can be quite fun to collect. Ones like this 1957 are made of mostly copper, and I'm pretty sure it was that way up until 1996 when they switched to zinc. The kicker is, US zinc pennies are made of 97.5% zinc and a 2.5% copper plating. Canadian pennies are made of about 98.5% zinc and about a 1.5% copper plating, except for some of these, which are made of copper plated steel. Copper plated steel was used in some of them in the mid 2000s, and it doesn't really have much more value like these right here, but some of them that do include the Canadian large cents from 1859 to about 1920. If you're collecting Canadian cents, you also want to look for small cents in the early 1920s. Some of them, including 1923, 1924, and 25, are key dates of the series, and in XF or so, they can go anywhere from 20 to $60, depending on the date. Now, most dates of Canadian large cents are pretty abundant, just like most dates of the small cents. Basically, anything Queen Elizabeth and up, there's very few varieties at all worth looking for. However, most of these are near a US coin in melt value for copper. I'm pretty sure a 1957 Canadian cent right here, well, 1957 up until 1996, contains about 3 cents worth of copper, which would be only slightly less than a US penny's melt value. That is for a copper one. Now, this 1972D, I think at copper prices around $5 a pound, melts for about 3 to 3.5 cents, and I'm pretty sure this melts for about a tenth of a cent less, but I'm not entirely sure. When I was going through penny boxes quite a bit, I would find these all the time, and I loved it. Even if I know something's not worth much, I still think it's pretty cool to find foreign coins in penny rolls. And yeah, this falls under the category of foreign coins, and while not that valuable, even for the copper plated steel ones, if you're collecting Canadian cents, they're pretty abundant and they're pretty affordable.